Hello, I welcome everyone to this special webinar on transitioning to Azure from other clouds, how to plan and execute a migration. So here we'll discuss how to migrate some resource from the clouds on-premise to the Azure. My name is Subhashish Roy. I'm the Senior Network Analyst at the Indian Cybersecurity Solution. And so let's start the webinar. So the first topic is seamless migration. How to transition or migrate to Azure from other clouds. So you were having some resources, say on AWS, say some other clouds like Alibaba or Cisco Meraki Cloud, and then you are going to transition the resources. Why to transit? Why to migrate the resources? So here we'll explore the seamless migration to Azure from other clouds, and we'll discuss the benefits and challenges of this transition and provide valuable insights for a successful migration journey. So migration means that you are moving some data or some resource from your say on-premise server or from other clouds to the Azure environment. Now, definitely cost effective, that is like you are going to leverage the cost. That is why you are going to transfer some data from the on-premise or from other clouds to the Azure environment. Now we have to understand the Azure that it is a leading cloud platform which offers a wide range of services, including computing service, storage and networking, like the EC2 service, the storage, the blob storage and networking. Its scalability and flexibility make it an ideal choice for businesses seeking to enhance their digital infrastructure. So Azure is definitely a very strong, robust platform, a robust cloud platform for data storage. Now, assessment and planning is very important. A thorough assessment of existing infrastructure of your on-premise or your cloud that is to be done, and a comprehensive migration plan definitely are crucial for a successful transition to Azure cloud. Now, this stage involves evaluating workloads. Means you have to perform some evaluation that how much data you have to transfer or migrate to the Azure, maybe some history instances, maybe your some virtual machines, maybe your other resources, file folders, whatever you have to migrate. So you have to evaluate that. Dependencies and potential challenges also you have to evaluate. Now, what are the data migration strategies? Effective data migration strategies definitely are essential for a smooth transition. So whether it's lift and shift, re-platforming or re-architecturing, so there are many types of services. So you have to choose the right approach, and that is very vital for minimizing downtime and ensuring data integrity. So if you are going to say migrate some data, there shouldn't be much downtime that your server is not available because your resources are going to be migrated to the cloud. So it should be seamless. So for the seamless migration, definitely a smooth transition is required, and for this, these strategies, data migration strategies should be chalked out. Application modernization. Now, modernizing applications for Azure can unlock new capabilities and improve performance. Now, we have to use Azure's platform as a service, like the development platform offerings and containerizations. Containers, like the you can have the containers there. Also, you can store the codes or some programming or scripts there, and it can optimize applications for the cloud environment. Security and compliance, again, it is paramount to the cloud. As always, during migration, Azure provides robust security features, definitely, and compliance certifications to safeguard data and meet industry regulations. Definitely, when you are going to migrate the data, you have to ensure that the data is not lost or some hacker is not hacking the data or tampering with the data. Cost optimization, that is a very important thing for migration. That is the main point for migration. Optimizing cost in Azure involves right sizing resources, leveraging reserve instances, like you are having some reserve instance for say from 1 to 3 years, you are reserving an instance, so you have to plan for that. And utilizing cost management tools, so strategic cost optimization can maximize the value of Azure services. Again, monitoring and optimization should be there. Continuous monitoring and performance optimization are essential for post migration. Azure's monitoring and management tools enable proactive identification of issues and optimization of resources. Providing training for IT teams and leveraging Azure support crucial for a successful transition. Now, empowering teams with the right skills and knowledge definitely is very essential for efficient utilization of Azure services. Now, best practices and lessons learned from successful migration can provide valuable insights for future transitions, and you can learn from the real world experience, and it can guide organizations towards a seamless Azure migration. Again, you have to explore the case studies of organizations that have transitioned to Azure. You can actually have the understanding of those case studies, and it can offer definitely practical examples of successful migration strategies and the benefits achieved in a real world scenario. So we can conclude that transitioning to Azure from other cloud requires meticulous planning, strategic execution, and continuous optimization and planning. And embracing the scalability and innovation of Azure definitely can empower organizations to thrive in the cloud first era. So this is about a general perception of migrating to the Azure environment from other clouds. And now we will talk about the Azure migration in particular. Now, mastering Azure data migration. So, what are the steps for successfully migrating data to the Azure environment? We'll explore the essential steps for successful Azure data migration, and also will cover key strategies, best practices, and potential challenges also for the data migration journey. So understand the Azure data migration. So before diving into migration or even starting the migration process, it is understanding the Azure ecosystem that is the foremost thing for you. And its various data migration services like the Azure Data Factory, you have Azure Database Migration Services, and Azure Data Share. So these are the different services that you use to migrate the data. And we explore the capabilities and use cases of each service. A comprehensive assessment of your existing data environment, that is the first step. And we'll discuss the importance of planning to identify dependencies, access data quality, and determine the most suitable migration approach for a specific need. So you have to chalk out the plan for the migration. Without that, you cannot start the migration. Preparing and cleansing your data is critical for a smooth migration. Now we'll delve into the best practices for data preparation, including data profiling, schema mapping. These things are to be done, and data cleansing techniques to ensure data integrity and consistency post migration. So if you have migrated the data, definitely you have to ensure that no data is lost. Migration execution means the execution phase involves the actual transfer of data to Azure. So that is the migration that is happening. Now, definitely we'll delve or we'll explore different migration methods such as online and offline migrations, and discuss the strategies for minimizing downtime and ensuring data consistency during the migration process. So you have to ensure that the downtime is almost zero. If you're doing a migration, you have to do it in not in the business hours but post business hours, say for example, so that your data is not affected. Testing and validation should be there. Thorough testing and validation is essential to ensure that the migrated data meets quality and performance expectations. Now, definitely will cover the importance of testing scenarios and validation process to mitigate potential issues post migration. Now, you have to definitely do the testing before migrating the actual data, before, because definitely some phases may come, some challenging phases may come. So definitely you have to chalk out a plan for that. You have to do some testing and validation before doing the actual migration. Now, post migration, that is also crucial to optimize the Azure environment and tune performance to maximize the benefits of data migration. So, definitely, you have to discuss the optimization techniques such as indexing, query optimization, and resource scaling to enhance the overall data performance. So we can come to a conclusion that mastering the Azure data migration requires a comprehensive approach encompassing assessment, planning, execution, and optimization. These are the phases that is there crucial for the data migration. And by following the essential steps outlined in this presentation, you can definitely achieve a successful and seamless data migration to Azure. So definitely, if your approach is perfect, your planning is there, definitely data migration shouldn't be a bottleneck for you, and definitely it should be a seamless migration. So this is about the Azure migration techniques, and now I can show you the Azure portal. Here also in Microsoft Azure, if you go to the Azure Migrate, there you will see that it is there to migrate your Hyper-V VM to Azure Stacks, SQL Server Discovery, and Discover Access Migrate ASP.NET Web Apps also. These things also you can migrate. So all the servers, databases, web apps, this should be migrated to the Azure. So you have to first discover, assess it, and then you can migrate the database or other things. So you have to create the project, and then you can create also the web apps that is running on your infrastructure, and you can also migrate those web apps to a container app containerization. So these are the definitely programs that you have to make. You have to program that, and then you can definitely do the migration. Again, you go to the Azure Migrate, and you will find there are different, like these data boxes. There are different types of services there. And here, if you type the Azure Migrate again, you will find different services like this. The database, here you can migrate the servers, database, web apps, and also you can migrate the database only. So you can create the project. Definitely you have to create the project, means you have definitely prepare the migration metadata, means you have to program, you have to do the schema preparation should be there. You have to do the, say, ASP.NET applications. All these things you have to prepare before doing the migration. And definitely a very stable connection. There is a very stable WAN connection and secure connection should be there before you migrate the data, because otherwise the data will get tampered. So in the services, in all the services you have here in this all services in the Microsoft Azure, you will find that, like, there are definitely many services for this data storage, and also for data analytics, and definitely in, say, this container services. There are many types of services there. Now definitely in some cases this, in this free environment, or you can say pay as you go environment, it may not do the successful migration. You have to make a paid account for that, otherwise everything is not available. But you can see lot of services are there in the Azure. In the case of databases, SQL data, say there are for this data integration, you can see there are different type of services there in the Azure. So definitely there is an ample opportunity for you to actually migrate any type of data. You can see the IoT, the many types of data are there, and many features are there in the Azure. So definitely you can have the data migration, the seamless data migration you can achieve with the Azure services that I've already shown you, that you can go to this AWS Azure migration, and definitely there are a lot of options there in this Azure. So that way you have to actually make these containers, make these databases or these Kubernetes containers, anything, and you can migrate to the Azure environment. So that is the thing that I was discussing with you, how to transition or transfer data to the Azure from the other clouds, because as you know that it is a multi-cloud environment that we are going to talk about. There is not only one cloud, because if one cloud fails, then definitely your data will be lost. So we do not want to store our data in one cloud environment, but we want to encompass a different cloud environment, means you can have different clouds together. So definitely there will be AWS, there will be Azure, there will be other clouds like Meraki, other clouds are there, and you have to do a seamless data migration, because see, you have to leverage the cost, you have to minimize the cost of infrastructure. That is the paramount thing for you. So for that you have to chalk out a plan for data migration, because you cannot store the data on your on-premise servers. So you have to definitely migrate the data to the external cloud server, maybe the Azure, because it offers a wide range of services, and definitely a lot of migration strategies. So that is the future of our cloud, of our data storage, that definitely you are not storing the data in your enterprise environment, but you are storing the data in the cloud. And for that, a successful migration strategy should be chalked out. And definitely, it will help you to do a successful data migration to the Azure environment from other clouds or on-premise environment. So that is the thing that I've discussed with you, and I think we have gained an immense knowledge about the Azure data migration, and also you'll be able to perform the migration successfully. So that is it for now about the transitioning to Azure from other clouds or Azure data migration. Again, I'll come with some new topics next day. Till then,